Wanna fuck the world, I'ma walk in erection. Spit without a thought, we do it reckless. Your nigga called us texting. You said, baby, don't be mad, you know how.
Alright guys, so as you may or may not have seen on my Instagram, I'm in Milan, Italy for a quick weekend trip to work with an existing client and to meet up with a new client from Switzerland. So yeah, I flew out yesterday evening, which was Thursday. Didn't record anything because it was too late. Now it's Friday around 1 p.m. Been working with a client all day, around 4 hours since 9 a.m. And yeah, we're gonna resume work in the afternoon. And then tomorrow I'm meeting up with the Swiss client for a lunch meeting at 12:30. So I'll probably bring you guys along. Maybe I'll get an interview with the client for you guys. And then today at 3 p.m. I have a quick Zoom meeting with a Belgian client. But yeah, all in all, very quick trip here to Milan. I only have Friday and Saturday in full, flying back Sunday morning. So yeah, I'll bring you guys along for as much as possible. Alright guys, so it is now the next day. Yeah, I had a really successful workshop yesterday with an existing client of mine here in Milan. We worked pretty much from all day from morning to evening. Yeah, now it's the next day. It's around 12:20. I'm headed to a lunch meeting with a new client of mine. And yeah, I've already closed them. They've signed the contract and everything. Just a second. Yeah, as I was saying, they've already signed the contract. They've already, the deal is closed. They just want to meet face to face, to get to know me before we actually started working. So yeah, it's more sort of just a formality, really. All right, guys. So how do I put this? Essentially, I failed the vlog miserably. All right. So far you've seen like 2 clips of me vlogging in Milan, and yeah, truth be told, those were the only 2 clips I got for the vlog. As you can see right now, I'm sitting back in Copenhagen in the apartment, and so yeah, I failed the vlog, and I want to give you guys a quick explanation as to what happened and why I stopped the vlog that early. Essentially, as I explained, I was only in Milan for a very quick weekend trip, all right? So 3 days essentially, but I flew out Thursday evening and I flew back Sunday morning, all right? So I only had 2 full days, which, being Friday and Saturday. And for those 2 days, I had a really, really tightly packed schedule, right? I had to work with an existing client of mine, and we worked both Friday and Saturday around 7 to 8 hours per day. So probably like 15 working hours with them spread across Friday and Saturday, being my only 2 full days. And then I had to meet with the new client, the Swiss client, for lunch. Then I had to have a Zoom meeting with an existing client and a Zoom meeting with a new client for an onboarding, all right? So, in total, 4 important aspects I had to take care of in the matter of 2 full days. And so essentially, really early into the vlogging process, after 2 clips, essentially, I realized that, I wasn't gonna have time to make a proper vlog. So I just decided to focus at, the important things at hand, being the things that I actually came there for, right? Which was working with my existing client, meeting up with that new client, all right? So yeah, you guys might have seen a post I made on Instagram like a few days after coming home. Today's Wednesday, I came home Sunday, so this is 3 days after. Yesterday I posted some posts from there. It was like a slide on Instagram with 5 pictures, and maybe you guys saw it, maybe you didn't. I already took the post down, and it had reached like 300 or 400 likes before I took it down, because I realized, well, I didn't realize, my client told me that one of the photos in the slide, in the post on Instagram, reveals something about their new project that I should not have revealed. So yeah, that's a little bit of an embarrassing mistake on my end. They're not, mad or anything. They just made me aware that they didn't want it online yet. But yeah, it's not anything crucial. They didn't get pissed or anything. It's just I just took it down immediately when they made me aware. So maybe you guys saw that, maybe you didn't. But yeah, guys, then I met up with that Swiss client, and they traveled around 4 hours each way in total, just to come to Milan and meet me. They arrived in the morning, we met up for lunch, and then they, went back home to Switzerland immediately after that. So we had lunch for it was a rather long, lunch/talk. We were probably together for like 2-3 hours. And yeah, as I said, they had already signed the contract. We had already been on Zoom twice, but they just wanted to meet for in person, kind of as a formality, before we actually started working together. Which, to be honest, that is really cool. That they want to meet in person. That's entirely fair. It can be difficult to trust someone if you've only spoken on Zoom, or online. But yeah, they were actually supposed to come to Copenhagen to meet me here. But then, we were riding back and forth, and I was letting them know I'm going to be in Milan from Thursday till Sunday. We could potentially meet Saturday. And so they just texted me back immediately. Yeah, we'll come to Milan, sure. And they're in Basel in Switzerland. So it's pretty nearby Milan. It's not a long travel. It was 4 hours each way with train for them. They took the train to Milan. There's a direct train from Basel to Milan. So yeah, it was just pretty cool that that they just replied back instantly and were like, "We'll meet you in Milan," and that's what I really fucking love about running the agency, right? It's so goddamn international. As I said, I was meeting up with an existing client in Milan. I live in Copenhagen. I had a Zoom call with an existing client. An online meeting. I had a Zoom call with a new client that I was onboarding. And then I had a lunch meeting with a Swiss client in Milan who traveled to Milan just to meet me. It's crazy. You really talk to and work with people from all over the world. And it makes sense, what we're doing is digital marketing. We are digitalized, we're delivering ads for our clients all over the world as well, so there's no reason that I would limit my agency to Copenhagen, and there's no reason that you should limit your agency to, whatever city you live in. Now, there are, there are a few important points that I want to talk about as, takeaways of not just going to Milan, but as takeaways of running an international agency for a while now. Building a personal brand is really a clever move, okay? It's really a smart move. Now, let me tell you why. You don't have to build a YouTube channel. You don't have to build a course, but just build a network, right? Maybe that's on LinkedIn or on Instagram, but build a solid personal brand, because the Swiss client that I was talking to, they found me through my personal brand. The new client that I onboarded on Zoom, they found me through my personal brand. All right. The existing client I was working with in Milan, they didn't find me through my personal brand. They found me through mutual connections. But two of the 4 clients that I had any connection to in this weekend, they found me through my personal brand, right? So essentially 50% of the work I was doing in Milan was because of my personal brand. And that should really put it into perspective, all right? Because look, I don't want to sound cocky or anything, but if you are, if you're just a random agency owner with no reputation and no personal brand and no proof of concept, then I seriously doubt that a new client of yours is going to be willing to just travel to whatever city you're in, meet you for a quick lunch and go back home. The only reason that was possible was because they knew they could trust me. They knew that going to that lunch would be worth it for them, because they had seen my personal brand. They had seen everything I'd done for other clients. They'd seen how I teach my students in the SMMA Academy. They knew that I knew what I was talking about and what I was doing, right? Because of my personal brand. So, as I said, you don't have to build a YouTube channel or a course for that matter. Just build a strong network online, whether that be on LinkedIn or Instagram. Build a strong following on Instagram. Post stuff about your agency. Do the same on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, it's a really great platform because you're going to be connecting pretty much, only with business owners and, directors of companies. And so on LinkedIn, it's a platform that is really good for example, if you write an article. If you've ever been on my LinkedIn, you might have read some of my articles I've written. There was one with like a case study of car companies. There was another one talking directly about Stage Digital.
But you know, in any article I'm posting and writing on LinkedIn, I'll always kind of wrap it in at the end to talk about what my agency can do, right? So that's a really good platform for spreading the message. And you know, if you have 2, 3, 4, 5,000 connections on LinkedIn, obviously people will find you. Obviously people will be talking about you. And even the same on Instagram. I'd say Instagram is even more powerful. Yeah, the Swiss client found me through Instagram. It was literally just a DM. You know, this guy DM'd me. He was like, we need marketing. We need social media marketing. We suck at this at the moment, and it's really something we need. Simple DM, and I get quite a few Instagram DM requests. So, and most of them are unserious. So most of them I don't reply to. And so essentially, when I spotted that message, I didn't, I thought it was just like any other unserious message, but then I actually clicked it, read it through, and I could tell it was serious. Then we jumped on Zoom, and essentially, I ended up closing them. But yeah, guys, just do build a personal brand. It's really, it can only lead to good things for your agency. But yeah, guys, essentially that was a recap of my weekend trip to Milan. Let me tell you guys, it was really exhausting. I was sleeping for like 5-6 hours per night. So when I got home, I've just been sleeping and resting off. But obviously it's worth it when you can fly to Milan for a weekend and make, well over 5, 6, 7K euros in a matter of 2 days. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you don't mind me giving a recap like this. I didn't have time to vlog more while I was down there. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.